Canaanite sculpture showing a lion and a lioness at play. Beit She'an, 14th century BC. Today in the Israel Museum. Canaanite-period gate, Tel Dan. The Canaanites are archaeologically attested in the Middle Bronze Age 2100–1550 BC. 19 There were probably independent or semi-independent city-states. Cities were often surrounded by massive earthworks, resulting in the archaeological tells common in the region today. In the late Middle Bronze Age, the Nile Delta in Egypt was settled by Canaanites who maintained close connections with Canaan. During that period, the Hyksos, dynasties of Canaanite or Asiatic origin, ruled much of Lower Egypt before being overthrown in the 16th century BC. 20. During the Late Bronze Age 1550–1200 BC, there were Canaanite vassal states, paying tribute to the new Kingdom of Egypt which governed from Gaza. 21 In 1457 BC, Egyptian forces under the command of Pharaoh Thutmose III defeated a rebellious coalition of Canaanite vassal states led by Kadesh king at the Battle of Megiddo. In the Late Bronze Age there was a period of civilizational collapse in the Middle East. 22. Canaan fell into chaos and Egyptian control ended. 23–24 There is evidence that urban centers such as Hazor, Beit She'an, Megiddo, Ekron, Istid, and Ascalon were damaged or destroyed. 25 Two groups appear at this time and are associated with the transition to the Iron Age. They used iron weapons, tools which were better than earlier bronze. The Sea Peoples, particularly the Philistines, who migrated from the Aegean world and settled on the southern coast, and the Israelites, whose settlements dotted the highlands. 20. Ancient Israel and Judah. Main articles: History of Ancient Israel and Judah and History of Palestine. Early Israelites, Iron Age I. Main articles: Hebrews, Israelites, and Biblical Judges. See also Origins of Judaism, Biblical Archaeology, and the Bible and History. The earliest recorded evidence of a people by the name of Israel as Isser occurs in the Egyptian Merneptah stele, erected for Pharaoh Merneptah, son of Ramesses to c. 1209 BCE, which states Israel is laid waste and his seed is not. 26. The Merneptah stele. According to mainstream archaeology, it represents the first instance of the name Israel in the historical record. Archaeological evidence indicates that during the early Iron Age I, hundreds of small villages were established on the highlands of Canaan, on both sides of the Jordan River, primarily in Samaria, north of Jerusalem. These villages had populations of up to 400, were largely self-sufficient. 27–28, and lived from herding, grain cultivation, and growing vines and olives with some economic interchange. 29. The pottery was plain and undecorated. 20. Writing was known and available for recording, even in small sites. 30. William G. Dever sees this Israel in the Central Highlands as a cultural and probably political entity, more an ethnic group rather than an organized state. 31.